guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Study with Soumya. I hope you all are well and safe. Before proceeding further in the video, make sure to subscribe this channel. Also do like this video, do share this video with your friends. So in this video, we are going to solve the coding questions asked in Nagaro's exam. So make sure to watch the complete video. Let's start with the video then. Also, if you have any other approach or if you want to share your approach to solve these questions, so do comment your approach. I would definitely love to see your approach, right? So the first question is, remove all occurrences of a character in a string, right? So this is the first question. So input they have given is something like this. So for example, this is your string. Now what you have to do, you have to remove all occurrences of a particular character that is given to you. So here they have given E. So in this string, in this given string, wherever E is occurring, you have to remove this E. So after removing E, what is our output? G, K, S, O, F, G, K, S, right? Another input is here. So for this string, we have to remove the occurrence of G. So here, after removing G, the new string that is going to be formed is LETFORH, right? So you have to write a code to implement the same logic. So what basically we can do, I should say the question is kind of easy one. So what we can do, just take this string as input, right? So our string is GEKS of geeks, right? So this is our string. Now what we have to do, just go through all the characters of this string, right? And what we can do, just take a variable, initialize it with 0 and go through all the characters of this string one by one. And whenever you find this character that is given by user as input, for example here E, so what we have to do, just skip this ones, right? So let me simply tell you the logic. So first we have to determine the length of this particular string, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, right? So int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Let's take a variable j equal to 0. So what we will check here, that if our, suppose our array, so this string is s, so if s of I not equal to c, that is our character, so what we will do, that is s of j plus plus equal to s of I, right? So simply the characters which are not matching to this character, that is E, we will store these characters into our array in a sequence. So for example, first the j value is 0, so as we have done j plus plus, so the next character which we are going to put, suppose next time when this loop will run, so E will be encountered, but we have to skip E because this condition is not going to be met. Then again we will find K is not equal to C, right? So again what will happen, j plus plus, so it is going to be 1. So at the 0th index, G will be stored, at the first index K will be stored, then S, and this is how it will go, right? At last what we will do, so we know that a string always end with a null character, right? So what we will do at the last, that is j is holding the last value, so at the last we will store this null character in our given string, right? So this is the simple logic that we are going to put in our code, right? So let us see the implementation of same using C++. Okay, so we will take our string and the character we want to remove. Let's take these as input, so S and then E. Let's take n, so this n will hold the length of our string, that is S. And let's take j, so j is basically to keep track of the index, right? Now what we will do, now we will run a loop for I int I less than n, I plus plus. Now we will check that if s of I not equal to c, so in that case what we have to do, that s of j plus plus equal to s of I, right? And now after coming out of this loop, what we have to do, at the jth index of our string, at the jth index of our string, that is S, we have to insert this null character, right? So basically you can see I have not taken any auxiliary string to keep the characters. Basically we can do this as well, that we can take an auxiliary string, but it will lead to increase in space complexity, right? And now what we will do, just simply we will print our string, that is s. Let's run our code. Of e. Okay, so we have GKS OF, so E has been removed. We can try for another input. LETHHOGHHT. I want to remove H. Okay, so you can see H has been removed. Right, so kind of easy question, I should say, and the same question can be asked in other coding, other companies as well, right? So make sure to practice these sort of questions. Now let's see the next question. Okay, so this is also mostly asked questions in many of the companies. So the question says, also it was previously asked in Nagarro as well. So the question says, program to find the nth prime number. So basically we have to write a program to find the nth prime number. For example, fifth, so the input given is 5. So here value of n is given to us is 5. So what are the prime numbers? Basically the number that are divisible by itself or 1. For example, 5. So 5 is divisible by itself or 1 only. So we have 2. Remember, 1 is not a prime number, right? 1 is not a prime number. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fifth prime number is 11. And the same we are getting in the output as well. Then 11 we have 13. Okay. And this is how it will goes. And the 16th prime number is 53. And then they are asking for 1049th prime number, then that is 8377, right? So we have to write a code to determine the nth prime number. So what we can do, just simply we can take a count variable, right? Also here we have to first of all make a function to determine whether a given number is prime or not. So we have to write the code for prime number, right? And we can take a counter variable, that is c. We can initialize it with 0, and we can simply run a loop that while c is not equal to given range, the range here is 5. For example, n equal to 5. So while c not equal to n, what we can do, just simply call this function, that is, suppose we have defined a function is prime. So if is prime, also we can take a number num, initialize it with 2. So we know that prime number always start with 2. So if is prime num, right, so we will increase the value, or we will increment the value of c. Okay, and here in the loop itself we will also check that if c not equal to given range, that is n, so what we will do, we will keep incrementing the value of num, and this is how it will go, right? So you can see that this is also a kind of easy problem. The only thing they want to check whether you are clear with the approach of prime number or not. So let us implement the same use. So let's take an, this is our range, right? Let's take a counter variable c, initialize it with 0, and a number num, initialize it with 2. Now what we will do, we will check while c not equal to n. So what we have to do, we have to check that if is prime num. So if our number is prime, then what we have to do, we have to increment the value of our counter variable. In the same loop we will check that if c not equal to n, so also increment the value of num, right? And after coming out of this loop, we will simply print the value of num, right? So this was it. Now we have to implement this function, that is prime. So we have function int is prime, int n. Now here, so here first we will check that if n equal to 2, so we know that 2 is a prime number, so simply return 1, that is, yes, this is true. Otherwise we will run a loop for I int I equal to 2, I less than equal to n by 2, I plus plus. And here what we will check, here we will check that if is divisible by any value of I, that means it is not a prime number, so we will return 0, right? Otherwise, after coming out of this loop, if this condition didn't satisfy, then obviously it is a prime number, right? If this condition is satisfied, it means it is the number which we are looking for is not a prime, right? Okay, oh, by mistake I have written here C, should be F, right? So if C not equal to N, so let's run our code. So first of all, try with 5, we are getting 11, right? Let's try 16 now. So 16, 53, right? So this is working fine, but we have much better approach than this one, that is so this is working pretty fine, but we have better approach than this one. So we have a very famous algorithm for checking whether a number is prime or not, that is Sieve-Error-Torres-Nice, right? So I will discuss this in another video, so make sure to be um, connected with this channel. Make sure to subscribe this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.